And when you see other leaders stealing the funds, stealing CDF, stealing, what goes through your mind? And we know it's being embezzled. We know it's being,
Jeff, I've told you clearly. The other day, the Auditor General released their report, and it was equally clearing me. Angela was not part of that report. Auditor General from the government, and you know very well that I'm an opposition member of parliament.
You are.
They cleared Embakasi East, and they said that Embakasi East is very clean in terms of management of funds in Embakasi. However, there are those leaders who feel that they should eat that money. They should steal, pilfer, defraud that money. Such leaders, Jeff, they will not end up well. Such leaders will be punished by God. Such leaders will never be leaders again, because they are not leaders, they are dealers. Those are leaders without visions. Those are leaders with missions. Mission to destroy the lives of the constituents who trusted them. And I tell them today, from the gubernatorial, from the presidency to gubernatorial, all the way to MCA, that if you are entrusted to work for your people, work for them. Do not steal from them. Because in the long run, I started by telling you that God will punish you. And I mentioned the kings who were punished because they never obeyed God.
You're very religious, aren't you?
I am, Jeff, because where I am, way from Nyalenda slums, way from the village to Nyalenda slums, to here, and it is by the grace of God.
And other things ahead?
Other things will be automatic, Jeff, because God is the one who is going to put me in those other things.
Na watu wa dimples watafanyaje?
Dimples shall compete with brains.
I'll get to that after the break. I have to ask you about your ambitions, because everyone keeps talking about Babu as governor. You're going to run in 27 or whatever it is. I know you're going to do that. And
of being number one, because when the Almighty God gave me an opportunity to serve, I knew that He put all the instruments in my hands to deliver for His people. And that is why I have been working. And I have been working, Jeff, because God promises me in the Bible, in the book of Proverbs 19:17, that he who works, he who lends to the poor, he who helps the poor, lends unto the Almighty God, and the Almighty God shall repay you. And the Father tells me in the book of Psalms 41:3 that if you help the poor, then when you are sick, the Almighty God will help you. When you lack, He shall provide. When you are in trouble, He shall help you. So I work for my people because the Almighty God has given me a promise in the Bible that if I help, He shall make me succeed. He shall reward me. But equally, if I don't help, I shall be punished by the Almighty God. So if I don't work, again, as in the Bible, in the book of Kings, you remember
Come on, man. You've just quoted 3 books in the Bible. What is this? Are you a preacher now?
Because I'm guided by the by the Almighty God to deliver. Leaders are appointed by God.
Yeah.
Leaders are appointed by the Almighty God through people. When people line up to go and vote, it is the Almighty God that communicates to them to elect that leader. And in the book of Kings, we are reminded of King Uzziah. King Uzziah was an amazing king, did well. Then along the way, he decided to perform the work of the priest, burning incense in the temple. He became proud. Then after that, God struck him with leprosy, and he died. We are also reminded of King Manasseh, who started very bad in the Bible, did not perform, did not deliver. He was taken into exile by the enemies. Then when he went and repented, recognized God, when he came back, his kingdom was restored back to him. Those were kings of Judah. You also know the story of King Nebuchadnezzar, who ate grass for 7 years. So if you are a leader and you don't deliver to your people, then be rest assured that you shall not go scot-free.
To people on the ground?
You know, Jeff, the moment you choose a public life, then even your private life becomes a public life.
Yeah.
And it is very important that these people who stood on the sun, raining, shining, to vote for you, bestowed all the trust in you as a leader. They said that we are electing Babu because we believe that Babu is going to help us. Babu is going to help our children go to school. Babu is going to construct our roads. Babu is going to construct our schools. Babu is going to give us bursaries. Babu is going to do that which must be done to help us move into the city of victory. Because, Jeff, people genuinely suffer. If you go down there in the slums,
Nikubaya.
You will know.
Nikubaya.
Therefore, you say that as a leader, why should I hide my number to these people who elected me and trusted me with their lives? Why do I need to hide my number?
So you give it to them?
So I give my number, I gave my number, I give my number. Actually, my number is everywhere in this country. During the presidential campaign, everywhere that I went to, every ward, every constituency, I went to 280 constituencies out of 290 campaigning for Azimio. During that period, I had to leave my number in every constituency that I went to because the people in those constituencies were requesting, were asking for my number. Why were they asking for it? Not for fun. Because they are depressed. Because they are going through challenges. Yeah. And Jeff, me as a leader, as Babu Owino, if you tell me, if my constituent tells me, or a Kenyan tells me that is going without food, I know what it is to go without food. Because at some point in life, I went without food. If my constituent tells me that the child cannot go to school, I know what it is to lack school fees. If my constituent tells me that they are in jail, they've been arrested, I know what it is to be arrested and to be in jail. And therefore, when I see them, I see myself. When I see that mama mboga selling mboga in a kiosk, I remember my mother who raised me while she was selling changa. And therefore, it is my sole responsibility as a leader to help that person. I might not do it 100%. And even a problem shared is half solved because of the limited resources. I might not do it 100%. But that child that I will touch, that mama mboga that I will touch, that boda boda rider that I will touch,